What is going on, guys? My name is Mysterion, and I have a little treat for you today. This is the Modern Warfare 3 reveal trailer. I'll be breaking it down, some parts that I think you guys should see, and yeah. Before we start, I'm gonna leave a link in the description from where I got this video. As you can see at the bottom left-hand corner, it's by Machinima, the where I got the video from. And if you haven't seen this video yet to its full entirety, or full whatever you want to call it, you need to go see this video. I mean, seriously, it's amazing. This trailer is absolutely awesome. So go ahead, click on that link before or after you watch this video. Uh, and yeah, so let's go on with this. Alright, so now let me just first start off by saying how great the graphics look on this game so far. Just from a trailer, you could tell that the game looks pretty beautiful. Um, and in fact, the game looks very Modern Warfare 2-esque. So I'm assuming that they use the same engine that they did with Modern Warfare 2, which I'm glad because I did not like Black Ops for definitely for its graphical, stuff. It definitely had, low ratings in my opinion for the graphics. But anyways, moving on now. The gun that you are holding in this trailer, it seems like, is an M4A1, which was in Modern Warfare 2. So I'm assuming that they're gonna continue on with the series with the guns, maybe some similar guns. But right here you see an M4A1 with the ACOG scope and grip is what it seems like. And that's pretty much it for that. Now here we see the England part of the trailer where you see the SAS and what looks like to be the return of the original MP5. As you can see, the stock of the gun is there. They have holographic sights on their gun. The barrel looks a little bit different. Not the same as Modern Warfare 2 or Black Ops or anything like that. And the traditional clip is back, the magazine. It definitely looks a lot more like the uh, one from COD 4. That it's contrasted from the one in MW2, and definitely the one in Black Ops, where it was the MP5K, a shorter version of the MP5. Now here you see the French part of the trailer, and you'll notice if you look at that soldier's patch, that's actually an American patch. This symbolizes that the Americans are probably occupying France. They're fighting a war over there. Uh, I'm assuming that you're still fighting with the Russians and the OP4 or the Middle Eastern countries. So yeah, pretty much the Americans are going to be running around all over Europe, I'm pretty sure, uh, along with their allies, the SAS. Ah, so now this is a cool one. So pretty much this level right here, or what we're seeing, is in Germany, and this is pretty cool, guys. This looks a lot like COD 4 back when you were raffling down buildings, and yeah, it definitely has that COD 4 sense because the uh, the style of this area or this scene is definitely gray, gloomy, uh, definitely COD 4-esque if you know what I mean. So yeah, definitely pretty awesome right here. Alright, so now you see we're back in the American side, and it looks like it's New York. I want to say it's New York. In fact, it looks like kind of like Wall Street. If you see scattered around the front ground of the scene, you could see some tactical insertions. So I assume those are making a comeback in the game. Uh, But otherwise, there's not much to it. There's an American flag hanging from one of the buildings on the right, and yeah, I assume this would be New York. Um, some of the trailer shows a lot more of this, and in fact, we'll get to that later.
It doesn't take the most powerful nations on Earth to create the next global conflict.
All right, so right here you see what looks like Spetsnaz, holding people captive. Um, and I'm assuming that they're kind of near a dock. If you look like a docking for boats, if you look a little to the left in the corner, you can see it looks like some water, watery area, and maybe like a bridge or so. If you go back a little bit, but you can see that one of the soldiers is holding an AK-47, and if you go back just a little bit, you'll see at a point where soldiers are walking forward with a tank behind them, and I think there might be some LMGs around that area. So like there might be an RPD there. It looked like an RPD, but right here you see the AK-47. So that's definitely making a return, and I'm really excited for that because I love the AK-47. I loved it since COD 4. It was beast in MW2. Not so much in Black Ops. I didn't like it as much, but I still loved it because it was the AK-47, and I just felt so powerful with that weapon. I thought that I could wreck anyone with that weapon. So I'm glad it's making a return.
Just the will of a single man.
Alright, so here, if you look closely, and the guy in the foreground, he is crouching behind some cover, and he's holding his gun up, and what it looks to be like a UMP-45. You can tell by the iron sights and the stock that it definitely is the UMP-45. And on that note, I think the person that's in that clip kind of looks like Soap. I don't know, guys. I can't determine that too well, but I'm gonna say that I think the guy that's doing that right there is Soap. So make your own predictions, but that's what I think it is. Back to my prediction about whether or not it would take place in New York for the American side. Well, you could definitely tell by the sign that's on the top left corner right there. It says Brooklyn in 1.5. I'm assuming that's miles away from Brooklyn, or whatever the case may be. Right now, the scenery as is I guess I don't know. There's a ceiling, so I'm guessing it's underground. Whatever it is, it's underwater. It's submerged, completely submerged. You see a truck there, uh, and you see those two guys, and I guess they're swimming through. They must be looking for something, but who knows? That's just weird. I guess maybe that area got flooded. Maybe who knows what's happening right there. So I would assume that someone ended up flooding, parts of New York. So. Oh man, the return of the AC-130, man. Oh my gosh, this is devastating. They're obviously going back to destroying stuff obviously, and they're taking out buildings with this thing. This thing is just a monster. It's a beast. Everyone loved the AC-130 in Modern Warfare 2, and and it was in COD 4 campaign, and I'm just so happy that it returns. So. Alright, so what here I'm assuming is another one of those driving sequences, only you're on another raft or a boat. Similar to the level in Modern Warfare 2 later on in the levels when you're with Captain Price and you're playing as Soap and you're chasing after Shepard. Spoiler alert. And it's funny if you look at this, the animations that that guy on the boat with you is making are the exact same movements that Captain Price did in MW2 with the the campaign when you're chasing after Shepard. So I just thought that was interesting how they reused that, but definitely cool. Uh, you know, going back out into the ocean and you can see some of the submarines are exploding and everything's all hectic and stuff. So yeah. Now, if this isn't your first time watching the trailer, you may have not caught the little World War III at the end. it makes sense that WWE, and at the end Makarov says something about you know, it doesn't take all the nations to create a war, all the biggest nations and all that. Uh, but just so you didn't, if you didn't catch it, there, there it is right there, and then the W ends up flipping over and making a M for Modern Warfare 3, symbolizing that the theme of the entire game, campaign will be pretty much very, very hectic and similar to a World War 3.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, product not yet ready.
And there you have it, the date when it comes out, 11/8/11, November 8th, 2011. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this breakdown video. If you did, please rate, comment, subscribe, tell your friends about this, and have a good day.